about, which I believe took place on February 25th of 20. I was able to multitask. I watched it and listened to it all at the same time. So, over the break, I reviewed the case law, I reviewed the rules, and it breaks down to this. It breaks down if it's in the sound discretion of the trial court, and I have to view the fundamental fairness of letting just part of the interview in versus letting the whole interview in. And reading the case law, I think one of the arguments by the state was, well, we didn't introduce the interview. We didn't introduce the video or the transcript thereof. But the case law is clear that examination of the witness by a party is tantamount to introduction. So, for the fundamental fairness issue, I'm going to find that the entire video is going to be allowed. Now, what that means is that the jury is going to see and hear from 17 minutes and 50 seconds to 41 minutes and 44 seconds. That's when Special Agent Fraley came into the room. They're going to hear, of course, then they leave. They come back at 55:15, and they're there until 1:05:28. And then after that, the officers leave, and she's either sitting there by herself or it's just an empty room. So my ruling, my decision is, Mr. Scott, when you cross-examine Special Agent Fraley, you're allowed to play that video to comply with the rule of completeness. All right.
Would you mind give me those times again so I don't mess it up?
17:50 to 41:44. 55:15 to 1:05:28. And I think that to comply completely with that Rule 106 is not just asking questions about what happened during those time periods. They need to see the video. I think that is the case law says that where certain aspects are brought out by one party, the other party has the right to put the whole in. And that's what I want done.
So,
All right.
Well, okay. I'm probably going to ask the same question, Judge, but I mean, do you want me to clip the video to just show that portion, or are you just going to have Mr. Scott start to stop at this particular
I think because it'll have to be, well, here's the question. Are you going to move, if you're not going to move it into evidence, you can just play it, skip ahead and play it.
I'll have to move it.
If you want to move it into evidence, then it needs to be clipped. So the parts that aren't played don't go back to the jury for their. There's no reason that jury needs to see her and her mama sitting there talking. Because there's nothing of value.
They won't see that part at this point. Does that change your opinion?
So now the question is, who's going to clip it and
I don't know how to
not like that?
do what?
She asked me if we had clipped it already, but we don't have it clipped like that. So we had software to do it. It's just going to
And Mr. Shelton,
Would you do that?
take a moment. So,
do you want this back?
yes, that might
You
help.
can reuse it.
Yeah.
Is there anything else we need to take up this morning before the jury comes in, before you go clip videos?
I don't click. Did I have this one?